So that wasn't too bad of a reaper task. I actually come out with 2 items from Barrows, which is incredibly long for what it was. I only have 5 chests, but it still took like 25 minutes. But we came out pretty good. Carol's offhand crossbow should be helpful when we're doing chinning. It'll give us a really nice offhand as well. And the Darrout's great axe, very nice for doing some melee training. We was going to just do a Necronian great axe, but it should be a little bit better as well. So very decent for one of my first serious reapers. I'm going to go and get my new reaper for today. And what I'm thinking of forcing is the King Black Dragon. There's a lot of tasks which require U-logs, which the King Black Dragon does drop. Not only that as well, the King Black Dragon drops 4 charms at a time. So really good way to get some summoning XP banked, but also kind of save myself quite a lot of woodcutting. So I think that's what we're going to go for. We're going to go and find the King Black Dragon and have that as our AFK sort of task for today. Hopefully it gives us a decent amount of charms and drops and all the other stuff. And these other tasks which we can pick, like the Cavalry Queen and other stuff, we'll be looking at doing tomorrow. Hopefully Dag Kings as well could be a good one for us to do. But for today at least, we'll do this for a Reaper task and start racking those Reaper tasks up. Also from that, we got 68 Slayer as well, Spiritual Warriors. And we got a couple of Necromancy levels as well, 74 Necromancy now. Working our way towards 80. So starting the video off strong, we are now 50 in all non-elite skills. Not only that, we've also done 30 prayer potions, and then a little earlier on we achieved 40 in all non-elite skills. So a very quick 190 points, and we're now starting at 4.7k off. I'm just rolling for a couple of things, and there's definitely some stuff for us to work on, where we can do the Orichalcum armor. We've got to harvest some qualms. Again, I've got some seeds, I can go and do this. So tonight is just going to be a nice chill, chip away on as many of these tasks as possible, just to bring that points down and see if we can get closer to that tier 6 relic. So just finish off some prayer potions, which again will be really helpful and very much a bonus for slaying. I do need to do a little bit of dungeoneering, and again that might be on the list for tonight, where we can go and get one of the bone necklaces, which will give us some more prayer points every time we bury a bone with the bone crusher. So 51 is where we're going to finish, but we're actually going to go and buy some supplies to do some super attacks. That is actually another task which we're going to go and tick off, but in the meantime, I'm going to get a new set of Family Crest Gauntlets from the Family Crest Quest Starter, and then go and stock up on some more supplies and go from there. So there is the beginner Lumbridge task diary done, another 30 points, and as you can see, we have flown down to 4.4k till tier 6. So I'm going to do the easy one just because there's a couple of tasks to do for this one. So we'll rattle through this. Medium, not sure if I've got enough stuff to do it, but again, if we're anywhere near, we'll get that finished as well. Kind of just easy points, and the achievement diaries are worth doing because the rewards are very good as well. I'm also going to do Sheep Shearer because again, very quick, very easy. And then I'll go and bank stand and rattle off a couple of other stuff as well. Managed to get rid of a couple of annoying tasks which we've had for a very long time. Things like Baby Impling, Catch 10 Implings. We've done the Nexus one as well, so they're starting to be done and go away. And we're starting just to only have medium tasks and above there. So there we go, we went on quite the side quest, but we've actually finished all of the Lumbridge tasks. So just from doing normal stuff or doing tasks in Lumbridge, we actually managed to complete half of the medium and most of the hard already. So just had to go around and do a couple of things, but due to that, we've now completed the Lumbridge tasks, which means we're going to get the ring and as well as the lamps for the reward. So the reward's going to be really nice because it's going to be quite a lot of XP, which will all go into agility. So I'm just going to run around and speak to Bob. Bob will give me the medium tasks and rewards, and then I'll go to Ned and get the rewards from there, and then we'll lump it all on agility and see what level we get. But a very useful ring, again, if we wanted to do herb runs, not that we need to. You've got the teleport there, but also you do have some AUX if you wanted to be on another spell book. So again, pretty decent for that. So I'll go to Ned, go through the dialogue, and then we'll come back when we're going to lump all the lamps onto agility. So here we go for the hard reward, and there we go, the top tier Explorer Ring 4. The Lumbridge set is like one set below because it's got beginner, whereas the others don't. So we'll throw all these lamps on. So first lamp is going to be for 500 XP. I think that was the first one. The next one, 1000 XP, and then the next one after that is going to be 1.5. Yeah, they're nothing like too crazy in terms of XP, but they're going to be decent. 9000 XP lamp will get us a couple of levels. And when it comes to agility, we will take anything. But there is 65 agility. Pretty nice. Some more quests unlocked. So we've got Branches of Darkmere, which I think is going to be a storyline we'll have to go through anyway. Prisoner of Glowfree, Firemaker's Curse, Eye of Pet, and all that sort of stuff. And we've also got a couple of different routes in some more multiples of what we can loot from people as well. But Hex Oasis Agility course is going to be something which we'll have to do for a task, I'm sure. But yeah, very worthwhile. I think from that we got something like 106, no, maybe about 200 points, because the final one was 80 points. So nice. Like I said, we're racking it up and we're really going after all these points. I'm now going to go to Fort 3 and 3 and literally just run through all of my cleaning of herbs, making potions. We're going to do a couple of smithing challenges as well, and we're going to get under 4,000 points before the end of tonight. So when we come back tomorrow, I'll give you a run through of what's left and what we need to do to get to that next bracket. So you join me in Death's office and ignore that. But 2 big tasks, 400 points worth just done. We are now 81 mage and we just use the Crumble Undead spell. When you go metamorphic, you don't need runes. So you can actually skip the time rune requirement and cast the undead spell to actually do that nice and early. But as you can see, we're nearly 2,000 points off tier 6. And you might have wondered, how have you done that? Well, there's a few things. So last night, the plan was to AFK and chip through a lot of the mundane, boring tasks, which we actually did. We did things like make chocolate cake, mithril grapple, all those little itty bitty 30-point tasks we absolutely crushed through. And we did all of the Lumbridge achievement diary sets as well. So Lumbridge is in a really good place of where we've sort of done our points. So this morning we logged in at about 3.5k off tier 6, and we completed about 25 hard clues, which unlocked another points for that, and probably did about 15 easy, 15 medium, and 1 master. But because of all the loots from the clues, we basically like chucked off probably 1,000 points. And just from that, I actually did a sort of clip recording it, and it corrupted, so that was nice. But it don't matter, to be fair, clues opening, they're a little bit hit and miss. Like, I think unless you get something absolutely massive, sometimes it's not really worth it. But what I'm going to go and do really quickly is unlock the Ring of Quests, because this is actually going to be a 80-point task. I've gone through like the Runescape wiki. So what you can do on the Runescape wiki is you can look at what tasks you've not done. And if you filter it to what people have done most, you have some very easy tasks to go and do. And that was one of them. But yeah, so that was what we've done. We did a lot of easy tasks last night, a lot of admin tasks as well, and caught up quite nice. And then we've just done and topped up with that as well. So I actually have a couple of big hitting tasks. I've probably got about 500 points worth of mining. We did a Wilderness Flash Fence, so we're now 90 mining, which means we can do Light and Dark Amica. Light and Dark Amica has probably got about 400 points worth of tasks, which we're going to go and do at some point today. We also got 64 range. 64 range was from various like Wilderness Flash Fence. I've actually not trained range. And it means now we've only sort of like 4 skills off base 60s, which could be done very, very quick, especially archaeology. Archaeology, I've got the artifacts ready to go. Crafting, I'm like 2.8k, which to be fair, while we're going to sort of like talk and catch up a little bit, I'll go and do some gems and we'll go and get that level very, very quick. And that's just another thing ticked off. So yeah, we've caught up an awful lot on points. And I think with what task I've got to go, I can get to tier 6 without actually having to do any PVM. And don't get me wrong, I want to do PVM as soon as possible, because I think that's when like it helps a lot with seeds, it helps a lot with herbs, the drops are good. But I do need to do an awful lot of quests. But as you can see from here, I have an awful lot of clue scroll stuff, which will get out, which will be very, very good profit. It kind of dawned on me that like with the clue scroll stuff, I was doing the clue scroll stuff thinking I'd need Fortunates, but then I'm going to take the invention perk for tier 6 because again, it's a no-brainer and I don't need them. So yeah, that's a weird one. We did get some mining brawlers, which are going to be very, very nice because that might help us get to level 95, and level 95 is an elite task as well. So yeah, points are absolutely flying in a minute, and I'd like to hope like maybe by the end of today, tomorrow we're tier 6, and that's going to have to force me to go and do necromancy quests. I really need to run through necromancy from top to bottom to get that done. Really, I want Gates of Eladinus to do my crafting because it's going to be so much nicer and so much quicker. Don't get me wrong, gem mining's nice. It's nice in AFK, but really you kind of want to go and do a little bit of the crystal crafting just because it's such good XP. I think it's something like 2 mil XP per hour because I do actually need to get the stats to unlock invention. I've got all the bars. Smithing won't be a problem. We just need to go and do it. Crafting is where it's going to really sort of fall up. Divination, I literally just need to go and complete 1 more enagram and then we'll pretty much be it. If not, I'll just do another cache and stuff. But really annoyed that I've lost those clips of the clue scrolls. Obviously, last night I was just literally going through tasks and just picking off easy stuff. There was nothing like really out there. I might have done 1,000 like clean herbs or 1,000 something, but apart from that, it's just mundane like little silly tasks of go and do this, go and do that. But the Lumbridge diary was pretty nice because the achievement diaries do give you some decent lamps. The Wilderness diary, for whatever reason, gave me a 20k lamp for doing easy. So that was a nice big jump in agility. And little stats as well, like 65 agility, 62 herb. They've all gone up a lot. Herb, I cleared the prayer potions, the super attack potions. That's really caught up a little bit as well. There we go, 60 crafting, that was quick. But we'll keep going. And things like 77 fletching, just generally like total levels and just little things as soon as you're able to unlock it. So yeah, big progress on the account. Really happy. I do need to go back and do some jellies. Hopefully they'll give me some more clue scrolls. And that's pretty much going to be the rest of today. My goal for today really is going to be to do this and also edit my escaping free-to-play video. It's been very much long overdue, so yeah, it's going to be a long day of AFKing. But like I said, I've got some really good things to do in terms of the light amica, dark amica, get that mining, and then hopefully get to level 95 mining. I also need to make an orichalcum set. Making that orichalcum set will then mean I should be able to do necronium. And then if I can also do necronium, there's a few tasks linked to that. And then maybe at some point I'll get to making Bainite, which can also be another elite task done. So I've got plenty of AFKing to do today as well with the armor sets. Probably do it to like tier 5 just so I've got some decent stuff. And then I can also roll it into burial armor. But yeah, that's pretty much where I am at Leagues at the minute. I'm a bit in limbo where like I really want to sort of hold off till tier 6 before I start doing the real big stuff. Because I just think we're so close now and it's just going to give us such a big bump. I mean, tier 6 going up to 12 times XP as well is going to be massive in perfection. It's just pure GP. Like, we'll make so much cash just from that and just from alching stuff as well. And especially with like the amount of alchs we've got from clue scrolls, that's going to be like massive. And one thing clue scrolls actually came in quite clutch for, which I didn't think they would. Things like mahogany logs, blood runes, lore runes, nature runes, and even cash. I was quite tight on cash for a while, but I just got 300k just from actually like clue scroll loot. So yeah, it's been pretty decent to be fair. We are nowhere near like the top competitors. The top competitors are something like in the 30,000. And I think we just hit steel. Yeah, we hit steel today. 11,000 points, which I'm happy with. Like, I'm really enjoying playing. I am starting to realise maybe Dragon might be a bit too far. But while I'm still enjoying the game mode, why not go for it? Why not see how we get on? But yeah. So what I'm going to do now is probably either going to go smith my armor sets, which actually I think I'm going to smith instead because those are a few things we can do to aid combat and aid Slayer. And then maybe tonight as well, I'll go and do my mining tasks as well. But yeah, under 2,000 points, I can see the end line of tier 6. And then tier 7, like, it's just going to take as long as it takes. I think we'll be at a point where we can go do God Wars. God Wars, there's an awful lot of points. We'll have to do quests. As much as I'm trying to avoid it, don't really want to do it. Quests are going to bring you so many points as well as clues. Clues I'm going to need a break from because doing like 50 clues in one big stint is not recommended. So we're going to go and do some AFK and we're going to do some editing, get some videos ready for you guys. So we're going to wrap the video up there. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have, please make sure to leave me a like, subscribe to the channel. Next episode is going to be the big push for tier 6 where I think it's going to massively change up our gameplay. The 12 times multiplier as well as having infinite GP means we can go and push for certain things really quick and really hard to hopefully level up the account very quick. But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you're enjoying the playlist is here, make sure to like and subscribe as well. Really does help me out. We're going to still come with these league videos pretty much daily for the next couple of days, maybe another week or two, depending on what you guys want to see. And then eventually we'll start making main account videos like we used to. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next one.